up, guys? I hope you're good once again. So today we're back with another pre-London session, and yeah, it's still 7:35, and I think we left with we still have like an hour 25 minutes to go. So the earlier the better. So yesterday we were anticipating that the market could, I think it was somewhere here, but didn't push fully. But now this is where we are, right? So right now, as you can see, I still maintain the very same thing. We are bearish on a higher time frame, and yeah, you still know. So sure that you still, if you didn't, please go watch yesterday's video and you'll understand how we came about just plotting these zones. But yeah, so still like this, and it looks like we're finding some rejection on this zone. But all I'm saying is that if we do find some rejection, we can push this zone, then from there we can see as to what's happening, because in a 4-hour time frame we're still kind of consolidating between 1, 2, 3. So still kind of consolidating between 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3. Also, this was just a bit of a, looks like it was a bit of fake out. I can never have a big fake out like this, especially on a daily time frame. So we just drop down to 4H, and you will see that now we have intraday zones. So these are just our 4H zones. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then still, once again, if you do not understand, go to the previous video and understand how we went about recording. Sorry about that. How we went about plotting these zones. So we also have this one, just in case if we break above, we target it. But if we do not break, then most probably we will target here as a first entry, but we will go down on 1H to understand what we are looking for. So we have this one and this one right here. So the 1599, which could possibly be the 1600, is basically due to, on this side we have 1, 2, 3, and I think, yeah, we also had this one. And then with the trend lines, as you can see, you can experiencing a third touch or a fourth touch per se, which now is showing something like 1, 2, 3, 4, this right there, and at the bottom right here we have 1, 2, and most probably we could push to the downside to get to here for that third touch at the bottom trend line. So with something like 1, 2, and we could have something down there, but it's okay. We'll see with the market and what it decides to do. So yeah, structure is not really that clear on a 4H perspective, because as I did say, we are kind of consolidating. Yeah, right. So if you prefer being more of a patient trader, you could just wait out up until we break below. That doesn't cause any harm, just waiting out on the sidelines up until the market has cleared out, up until the market is most probably showed its overall move. I'm just trying to check if we have the daily, the 4-hour, the daily zone properly here, as I'm seeing it not properly placed, but it's okay. It is what it is, because I'm seeing it. We could have these zones rather than it cutting to these zones. Let us see on daily if we can't fix it properly. So we're just gonna have it slide a bit lower. I'm fixing a wrong zone. The zone I wanna fix is most probably this one. I think it's on the right place though. I think it's on the right place, so let's just let it go like that. In fact, let's just fix it. Yeah, go down to 4H, and then see what the market is doing, so you just don't take a lot of time. You can see we're kind of rejecting way too much. For pre-London, we are indeed rejecting, and we'll see that this is a bit of a range that we had, and we're currently now breaking below that range. Just stop the extension. And go back to a purple color. So we are indeed seeing the fact that we had a bit of a range here, and us breaking below most probably could come back and drop, or maybe we're coming back here because short term, I think on 1H we are bullish. So yeah, let's go down to sorry, to 1H, and you will see what we have right here. Right? It's a bit like this, but you also have this one that you need to take into consideration. So price for the day, if we find a break below and a flip, then we could come down to the support zone. But we also shouldn't forget about this zone right here. Right, we shouldn't forget about that zone right there, because if we go to 4H, we will indeed see that this zone is still, there is a zone here that we still need to take into consideration. So if it does, if you do find a trade, let's just say price starts breaking and reject, we will be able to get more downside movement. But also this happened yesterday. We had this, it faked out, but then it faked out and came back in. So you got this. I was supposed to wait for another candle, but I ended up getting a 1% loss, but then I re-entered here, but I got a 0.5% because I wasn't really confident with the entry, because it was a bit of a 5-minute time frame type of entry. I'm just going to show you how. As you can see, we had a break above this zone and a fake out here and a break above this zone, and we entered here. We were targeting up there, which we never got to. So around here, that's where we closed. So currently that's all there is with regards to gold. Be a little bit more patient and wait to see if price is gonna break below this current support or minor support. I think it's also on 1H, just so we just do it. And yeah, let's focus on that. And if we do have this move, it will really be a very good move. Having something like this would really be popular. 1:4. But yeah, let's go to the next one. I'm gonna start also on daily so that you can see what is happening. Daily wise, you can see we were bullish. I had a little bit of some support here, and yeah, this one is a little bit more messy than any other analysis I've ever had. I'll just try to keep these zones on a 4-hour than on daily too, because on daily they're not making any sense. So 4H, they are here. I will see that we have 1, 2, and then had this with these ones. I'm just gonna change them to the current interval only, and yeah, you would see where we currently are. These zones do make sense. I hope they do make sense. Then also have this one and these as support. So price is also rejecting, because if you can zoom in properly, you will see that we are bearish. We are bearish because we broke below this. Now we're currently coming back to retest this, and hopefully we can drop to the downside or even complete this next leg. So let us see what 1H is showing. Another range we are having here, which is very good, for us. So it's either we are pre-London vibes, we are going to see price pushing here before dropping, and from there you could have these zones as your target. You could have 1, 2, 3, 4. as your target. Or you could just decide that nothing, you are just gonna have 1, 2 as your target, or even better, you just go back to the 4H and summon up these levels just to also appear on 1H. As you can see, nothing crazy. So would have a little bit of some 90 pip move, another one would be 70 pip, and then if you have this big one which is 145, 150, but the overall drop would be 300 pips. And that's all from our side. Let's keep consistent and push as much as we can. Cheers.